Hi guys, this is Tracy Newman from the Navigator's Tarot, here to bring you a masculine reading. We'll have a look at the masculine energies that are on the planet at the moment and within each and every single one of us. These are energies. We're moving from the toxic masculine into the divine masculine, which is a different beast entirely, which is good for all. Oh, we have some justice here in the past. Justice, balance, balancing the scales. Hermit energies. Lighting the masculine is beginning to find his own way into these emperor energies, which of course is literally the divine masculine in its divine form. That's what's hidden. So what's going on is to actually balance out any energies from the past. The masculine is going through a hermit-like episode, I guess. There's sort of like hermit-like energy. So it's like going within and finding time where he needs to be alone to sort of process what is actually going on within him, you know, so that he can actually move out of these denser energies into higher realm energies, which is also moving us into these beautiful emperor energies, which of course represents the divine masculine. We also have, so just kind of, because that's what's hidden. What's hidden is this emperor, these emperor type energies. That the masculine wishes to move into. This is where he's headed, okay? So this is what's hidden, but he must go through these hermit energies. So taking time out to go within and find the truth of who he really is, because he's starting to realize that everything that he believed or thought that he was is not the truth of who he really is. And we have this beautiful card, which is the Eight of Swords, and this is the trap that he may fall into, because his challenge is to not fall into these trap-like energies of the Eight of Swords, where he becomes mentally confused and trapped by his thoughts. So that's why the masculine must take time to go within and to find the truth of who he really is through the heart center and the solar plexus center, and not get trapped in his mind, which the masculine can do, you know, because it's very head oriented type of energy. But, you know, that's his challenge, is to not get caught up in his own mind. And we have the Queen of Cups, which is a loving energy, and it's a feminine energy, which is in his environment. So that could actually mean a projected feminine that has those qualities of nurturing and love that is shown towards the masculine as the masculine goes through these heavy times and these challenging times. But there is this movement forward where he literally is on the upward swing of the Wheel of Fortune. So he is moving through these energies quite fluidly. It's still a challenge for him because these are literally awakening energies that are coming through for the masculine, and it is literally about going within and finding the truth of who he really is and lighting his own way forward. But yes, he is being supported by a feminine who he finds to be very, very dear to him on an emotional level, if that makes sense. And then we also have the Queen of Swords. Even though this is another feminine energy that, oh, and look at that. Okay, so that's interesting. I'm looking at that. So the hermit is holding his own. If you look at that, the hermit is holding his own lantern and looking forward. But, you know, if he tends to get in his head, he will not be able to see the just how important the Queen of Swords is. Because the Queen of Swords, because even though this woman can be loving and kind, she is also the Queen of Swords. And she literally holds no prisoners and will literally cut through bullshit like a knife, like a what do you call it? Like a butter, like a hot knife through butter, pretty much. And that's what she does. She literally just casts her sword and will chop off your head if she needs to make you actually realize what you've done. And so even though this woman is loving and kind, he actually recognizes the value of the sword that she provides as well. So that's really interesting. And he's looking, it's really interesting, even though this is loving, kind and support, it's this one that he's focused on. And it could be another feminine, or it could literally be the same feminine, or literally the feminine within. So it could be a projected feminine for a masculine, or literally our masculine within. We also have the Three of Wands. So this literally is, as he's going through this, he's creating distance. He's looking out at what he could actually, achieve through going within and finding the truth of who he really is, and just how he can achieve what it is that he wants to achieve. However, he is also looking at it from a distant point of view. So that could be, I think, really at this point in time, it's literally, he sees it it's in a contemplative sense, really. It's not really looking to the future, because he is literally going within to find the truth of who he really is right now. But I think through his Hermit energies, he is creating just a little bit of distance, so that he can actually begin to see exactly where he needs to take his next step. And so he will create a little bit of distance towards quite a few people in his life, or even him, his old self in a way. And look, taking a leap into the unknown, literally taking that leap into the unknown. So he's there contemplating where he needs to be, knows that he really can't make any future plans, but is willing to take that leap of faith into the unknown. Whereas once upon a time, it was just too difficult, way too hard to do any of that, because he was crippled by his own mind. He has options of how he can do this, how he can actually take those steps forward and move into unconditional love, which is probably more so about finding that unconditional love for himself first, and being very creative in how he does that, and also vanquishing the enemy, which is, of course, his look at that, this found I have to get rid of that card. I've got a new set of tarot cards, and a couple of them have a double lot of cards. Anyway, yeah, so we have he's literally vanquishing the enemy by going within, finding the truth of who he is. He's literally getting rid of and finding that these old parts of self, moving away from that. Really trying to move away from those old versions of self that he once held dear, because he knows that that is not going to provide him with the security that he needs for himself as he moves forward into these higher realms. And he's quite creative in how he does that, even though I think, so this is basically about moving into a greater sense of emotional maturity and independence, which is something that the masculine has found difficult in the past. And these beautiful King of Cup energies too. So this is about literally coming into King of Cups energies, which is being emotionally stable and being that for himself and therefore others as well. Yep, once again, leap of faith. So that's what it's all about at the moment, basically going within and finding the truth of who he is so he can take that leap of faith and move into a completely different version of self. Queen of Swords, once again, focused on just how, and that will lead him into Emperor energies. Because she's pretty cutthroat. And there we go, the Hermit again. So he will have to find his own way through. And he'll have to do it alone. I hope that makes sense. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.